redemption year for Jacksonville State. I saw earlier today where somebody was saying that we were dead, going to fall off a cliff, if you will. Um, I don't think that's the case this year. I think that's the case next year. And when we go through this roster, you're going to see why. I'll do all my comments kind of in the beginning. Yesterday, you saw UCO and Caleb. His comments were at the end. But my biggest takeaways are we're very, very thin in the wide receiver position, which hurts because we have the best quarterback, maybe not overall wise, but statistically one of the best quarterbacks in the league in Jason Hoffman. Can we find somebody that he can throw the ball to? We bring back running back one. We bring back wide receiver 1 and 4 because wide receiver 3 left us. Wide receiver 2 Gavin Stokes graduated. Offensive line, we bring back 3 of 5. We lose a tight end. We bring in a tight end. Got a big boost in upgrades from tight end position as well. Defensively, we bring back our left end, right end D tackle, outside backers, and middle linebacker, strong safety, and cornerback too. So bringing back a lot of production from last year, a lot of starters from last year. I think 9 out of 11 on defense come back, replace Old McWaddle, replace Licka, and then a slot quarterback. So very, very experienced on defense, but last year offense is what kind of kept us in some games. Defense ultimately won a lot for us in the playoffs and against Georgetown. So don't know really what to expect from this year. I expect probably we're going to make the playoffs. I'm going to go with like a 5-2, 6-2 season again, something like that. Next year, though, we're in trouble. So, and I'll start with why we're in trouble. Reason number 1, we lose Jason Hoffman. And you can say, oh, you got Tanner Grant behind him. No, we don't. Tanner Grant's a senior, too. So, we're in some trouble. Got to go get a quarterback this year for sure. Running back-wise, we got Larry Lerold, who we utilized about halfway through the season last year. We were using MT13, Michael Taylor 13. Season 1 recruit came in, was a stud for a long time, but wasn't really a good running back. He was more of a fullback. So we swapped to Larry Lerold, speed guy, and now he's running back 1 this year. Patrick Swift, a power back that we may utilize on kind of some short yardage situations, but we'll see. Then we got O.J. Simpson. Not going to redshirt him just because if one of these guys get hurt or retired, we need some depth. Wide receiver position, what I was alluding to, Camden Robinson, best wide receiver in the league, at 99 awareness, catching 98, or 98 awareness. Then you look at his yardage last year, 45 receptions, 639 yards. Both would have been records had Gavin not destroyed every record in the book last year. So then we got DJ Hunter, who's a freshman last year, Deebo Samuel, a freshman this year. Dak Davis actually swapped him from cornerback over to wide receiver just for some depth. Now, I probably am going to change some of these guys' names, just a heads up when you start checking rosters later. Josh Jacobs, freshman. Jacoby, freshman. William Binion, freshman, redshirted him. And then Palat, redshirt, all those guys. So we got 4 freshmen to look forward to for the future, but we need help now. So tight end position, Jared Wett. He was actually I think he was 3rd on the depth chart last year. I may have even actually redshirted him. He got plus 10 overall, so big boost there. Trey Turner, John's recruit coming in. We did redshirt him a year, so this is his 5th year. Then we got Colton Jackson, a freshman, a huge pickup in recruiting, and then Jalen Chambers redshirted him last year as well. Left tackle, Big Chungus, a junior. Keelan Thompson, junior. Corey Wells, junior. Christian Rest, junior. Then we got this guy behind him, sophomore that we're on redshirt. And Matthew Hart, a junior, by Mike Gordon. I actually battled Kersey and NWO for this guy until offseason. We were able to snag him in the offseason, so 2 big gets there. Now, like I said, we returned 9 out of 11 on defense. We returned Brickashaw Ferguson. We returned Keanu Leaf. We returned LaShawn Brunt. The tackle, we actually returned River too. So we returned a lot of guys defensively than Jared Jetwetters. So very solid front 7 if we can utilize it and get their block shed to be where it needs to be. Blake Woods, unbelievable linebacker. Corey Walters, probably won't use him a lot this year. Blake Woods, one of the best linebackers in the league. And Lawrence Drink, shout out Sexman, Asia Felix. Both these guys are seniors, so we do lose these 2 guys next year, but both these guys are freshmen. So hopefully both those guys will progress pretty well onto next season. Then Ricky Fernandez, a junior. We do have Keon Miles, who's a senior, and Marquez Xavier, a sophomore. This was a JUCO transfer we brought in, and this was just a 4-star that was a bust. So we got some depth at the outside linebacker position, but we need some production this year for sure. Chad Gibbs, a cornerback 2 last year, really good in the man coverage position, really good zone as well. Daniel Stent, sophomore. Jalen Newell, freshman, got this guy over Alabama, number 7 cornerback in the nation last year. Then we get into the guys that I'm really freaking stoked about. Ray Wilson, Brian Brown, and Crosby Smoke. All those guys were like 77 overall freshmen. They all have around 90 man and zone. Redshirted all 3 of them last year. So going to have to find some ways to use them this year, especially adding Newell is a big get there, replacing Licka. And then we do lose Gibbs this year, but we have Stent coming back, and then Gravy will be gone next year too, but he's a little bit down on the depth chart than Flo. He's gone too, but let's be real here. Free safety, Andrew Williams and Keon Sanders. I probably could intertwine these two and use either one, but Andrew's probably going to get the nod most of the year. Then Karifi Thomas, this guy is kind of upset about, not going to lie, did not progress at all. Stayed exactly what he was last year. Isaiah Ford, a freshman that I brought in. I moved him behind Thomas just so he will be a freshman when he is a junior, so I'll get at least 2 years out of Thompson or Ford at the strong safety position. Then another big get, went and got Justin Tinker, 7th overall kicker, and Matt Roberts, a 88 overall punter. Don't know how these guys, let's see, we got 95 kick power, 81 kick accuracy, and then 72 and 75. So punter may get the job on both sides of the ball, but only time will tell. So that is the JSU breakdown. Like I said, we're good this year. Next year, the rebuild begins. So got to win it all now, or ultimately, like I said, the national championship. It's just another bust season.